Well. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for coming to my channel, One of a Kind Vlog. Yes, I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm back in the country, boy. Let me tell you something. It's been a long time coming. Wait a while so people get in here. We're going to discuss today why can't we all get along? That's what's on the title. We're going to deep dive in a little bit, just a little bit, okay? Um, It's been a while, man, since I've been on here. I want y'all to know, I ain't went nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I just started to come back. We'll start going live. Probably Tuesdays and Thursdays, give 2 days. But I don't know yet. It may be more right now. Uh, I'm gonna go live today, tomorrow, probably Friday. Make sure I don't have nothing in the background. Won't get copyright. You know what I'm saying? Come on in, get your shine on. Get your shine on. You know what I mean? Um, Dang, man, I gotta redo my banners later on. Ain't no big deal right now. Uh, hey, it's all in there, man. We just gotta basically come together, if you know what I'm saying. But other than that, hey, I got some things coming to the channel. I've been working behind the scenes on a few things, and we're gonna get it popping, man. We're gonna get it popping. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna get there. One way or the other, it's gonna get there. Um, Make sure when you starting a live, make sure you got your little snack. Cause I don't know how long I'll be on here. Could be an hour, could be 2 hours. And make sure you have, oops, I almost dropped it. Make sure you have your water on deck. I have two. One is cold and one ain't cold. So that's what's going on right there. Got my shades on because you can see through my shades. The light is in my face. I could put my glasses on, but my eyes is sensitive to the light. My eyes coming in right now. So while we waiting on people to come in, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Please, please. Hit the like button. Uh I'm full of myself today because I'm in a good mood. Um I don't know. I got some things coming. I'm brewing up some things. Cody, see what's going on? Show on stage. What is this? What is this? You know what? Uh uh StreamYard got some new stuff going on here, and I don't know how to use it. I'll be frank with you. They got some stuff show on stage, and I don't know what this dollar sign down here is for. I don't know none of this. I don't know what this stuff is. I'm not gonna click on it right now. I'm gonna have to get on here one day and just don't post something. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Look, show on stage. I guess it's showing at the top. I guess is what that means. But hey, it is okay. It's okay. I'm learning as I go. Glad to see you, Colleen. Hope everything's good. Everything is going good on your end. Hopefully one day we're gonna see a live from you, hot dog. And I'm just full of myself right now. I mean, I'm just full of myself. Um, hadn't really thought about dropping the link. You know, I may drop the link. Hey, it's an open discussion. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's open discussion, and like I said, the title speaks for itself. Why we can't all get along. It's been some things happening in the news lately. It's been came across my phone. I had to Google some of it to make sure it was legit, and it did happen. Um, I just don't get it. I just don't get it, man. It's a lot to deep dive in. Excuse me for the yawning. I got the fan on over top. I'm gonna have to cut that off because it makes me yawn, makes me tired. There's a lot of stuff to go. Like, let's see what this dollar sign do. I'm curious. Why I'm on live. What does this do? New to streaming. Okay. Check out StreamYard and get 10% discount. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that on. So I didn't click something that I can't take off. No. Right. I don't have the grandbabies today, so I got I got to sleep in this morning. I know that's right. You better tell somebody. You better tell somebody. Girl, you better do the darn thing. I don't know why is this on my thing? Oh, okay, it's on the whatever. This is for the paid subscription. I don't have no paid subscription. I need to take that off of here. We gonna take that off of here, buddy. Let me see if I can take it off. Let me see if I can take it off. I don't want that on. Let me see. Oh, is that what that's for? Okay. I don't have no pages. Listen, when I get back monetized, it'll be the perfect thing to put on here, right? That's the goal. The goal is get back monetized. Uh, take it off. Yeah, I'm trying to take it off. I don't know how to take it off. Let's see. Let's see. Delete. Delete the comment. Okay, I got you. Delete comment. Delete. Okay. Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it, Colleen C. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I got it. I got it. That's some good stuff right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. Let me see. Let me take that off. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 Teach me something I ain't know. You might as well come on up here and teach me some more. Let me see. Let me see how, if I remember how to do this. I ain't been on here in a while, so you gotta bear with me here for a minute. Let me see. Guest. Invite guest. Oh, okay, I still remember how to do it. Okay. Now, let's see. So many new stuff going on in the world. It's just there it is. There it is. What time is it? I like the green. Yeah, I'm keeping the green up here for it's gonna stay up here for a while because it reminds me of money. Yeah. So there it is. Y'all come on up. Come on up. All y'all out there listening. Come on up. It's open discussion. The discussion is why we can't all get along. And the question to that is several questions. Okay. Sometimes we all can't get along because we jealous of that person. Sometimes we can't get along because we envy that person. Sometimes we can't get along because we just can't get along with the person. Some are version or reason we can't get along with John, Sally, Sue, and Jacob is because we don't like that person for some reason. Why? We can't answer that question. We can't answer that question. We just don't like that person for no apparent reason. Why we can't all get along? Prime example, and I'm gonna bring it up now, early in the game. The I'm gonna spell it out because I don't want to get flagged when I do get monetized. The SHOOTING that happened over the weekend, over the 4th of July weekend in Philly. I don't know to this day what prompted that. Hold on. Colleen C, what's going on?
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I was just discussing about the 4th of July thing that happened over the weekend, this shootout. Oh, I said it. Anyway, that happened over the weekend. To I guess I don't know, it was family or somebody came there. There was somebody in the group. There was after, but it was a S out. I'm gonna say it. It was a shootout. And it was going back and forth, man. I didn't understand that. And people getting gone, done with. Let's say done with, because I don't want to add too much emphasis on what's going on. But they, got done with. They It was uncalled for. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
That was crazy for sure.
Crazy ain't the word. That was terrible. Yeah, they got some new stuff on here. I got to learn how to do this stuff. I ain't been on it in a while. JH556, how you doing? How are you doing today?
Hello, hello,
Hello, my
hello.
friend. Hope you are well. Sorry, I haven't commented much. Been rough times. Hope you are well, my friend. Oh, you know what? You good? Because this is my first live back. I ain't been on live in a minute. I hope you are good. I hope all is well with you. I hope everything is in your favor. Hello, Colleen.
Hello, hello.
And I hope that you know, God is blessing you beyond your wildest dreams. That's all I can wish for. I can't wish for nothing that's no better than that. Because God's in control. And I got to cut this fan off because I'm cold. Right quick. Hold on, using your stand, hands free.
Woohoo!
I got my shades on because the light's in my face. Any other time I had these Billy John Browns on, you know, what's up? How you doing? Peace. But I can still see how the magnifying part is down here, so I can still see what's on. You know what I'm saying? I can do like this, so I can still see what's going on. But yeah, I don't understand that at all. I think that why we can't get along too is that we so caught up in what the other person is doing, and we just envy and hate that person. Hate is a big word too. We hate we hate a lot. Your videos will go viral if you hating on somebody than it would if you loving on somebody.
Oh, yeah.
So why we can't get along? God always in control. Boy, you better tell it. Say that. That's
Right.
facts. That is facts. But we got always got these people that, and I'm gonna say this too because it's around everybody. Everybody has a friend. You know a friend of a friend, or you have a friend that is jealous, envy, hate this person because of what they. I mean, they can be driving a Mercedes Benz. You always wanted one, right? But you're not saving your money to get this, or you're not working on your credit to get this, and they have the car that you always wanted. You gonna hate that person. You're gonna envy this person. You're gonna. I don't get it, man. I really don't.
And our pastor always says, if you have a
Let
problem
me
with
put
that
that on
person,
there.
go to that person and say,
Right,
hey,
right.
what's going on?
Miss Sheila, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. And yes, I will be down to get the watermelon. Wow. Yeah, but I mean, it's terrible out here in the world. The world is just on autopilot, and it shouldn't be on autopilot. Everything should be. We should worship more and thank God more of all the things that He showered His blessings on us. Which, if you're on Facebook, come to showering blessings upon you. We on now banging it out with these blessings. But anyway, uh, we don't do that. And Colleen, I want to say since you're up here, maybe you can give some insight because I know you see it every day. Somebody in somebody's group is not showing love and they showing envy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe you can chime in on something. I don't know, man. I don't get it.
Like I said, that's what our pastor said. If you got a problem with somebody, especially in the church,
Right.
you got a problem with somebody, go to that person and
They don't
say,
want to do
hey,
that.
I got a problem with you. I wanted to do that because one person said a rude comment to my daughter, and I said, where is she? And it was during church, or it was before church. And I go, where is she? I'm going to talk to her. And my daughter wouldn't let me. And I'm like, no, let me go talk to her. And
Yeah.
I didn't. And I let it simmer. And I forgave him. I told God,
You
I
gotta
said,
forgive.
yeah, I said, God, forgive him. But I never did confront her about it.
Let me say, since you said a key word, forgive. Um, that is I want to say, I ain't gonna say it's a problem with me, but forgiving somebody, it's hard for me to do that, and I do pray to God to help me in that field. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a lot of people that I have going on. Boy, she just stirred up some stuff. There's some stuff that's going on. Watermelon is good at this time of the year, especially when it's hot. Get hydrated. Yeah, yeah, that's true too. That's true. Yeah, but I'm still asking for guidance on how to forgive certain people in my life, that I've been through. Now, don't get me wrong, it took me a long time to forgive my ex-wife, my first ex-wife, because of a situation, but I forgave her because it's not just all her. You know what I'm saying? It was just presented to me a certain way, and I took it and ran with it. And I've been dealing with this all this time, and I'm 53 years old. I ain't scared to tell y'all my age. I don't look like I'm 53 anyway, but I'm I'm 53 years old, and I have to go back into not in the time, but I have to go back and talk to these people. Oh, you say you want some watermelon too? Girl, you better come. You need something better. You know what you're gonna say? You better come and get it. Uh, but I'm working on it. I'm working on trying to come to the grips of forgiving the second wife. She put me through HELL too. But I'm learning. I'm not no spring chicken, and I think God uses the ones the most that's in sin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm saying it right, because when you're in sin, He can use you to His highest point, to show other people that it ain't. What's the word? It's the word I'm looking for. It's not that priority type deal. You can get around it. You don't have to sit back and be like, man, I hate that person. Man, she got the Mercedes I want. They ain't make one Mercedes. It
Right.
just don't have it just don't have a sunroof in it though, so that's not mine. Man, these folks is a trip, bro. Church is the main one, man. You got so many people sitting in there full of sin. They won't come up to the altar. They'll stand where they are. I mean, you can go to the altar. Everybody ain't got to know what you're going through. That's between you and God.
That's right.
But you got some to be like, man, I'm $100 short from rent. Rent is due next week. And something could come up and get you that $100. You be sitting back like, dang, man, thank you. Thank you. And it's like you don't have confidence in yourself. You don't have
Right.
confidence in God to fulfill what you ask for. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I just don't. I got a lot of questions and a lot of statements, but Colleen, you are one of my best friends as far as your personality. I like we talk a lot offline, but it's none of their business. But I'm just saying we talk a lot offline, but you incorporate God in a lot of stuff that we talk about, and then when you put that in there, I'll go back and see the situation. I'll be like, well, it ain't really that serious. You know what I'm saying? A
Right.
lot of stuff we talk about now that I'm telling you this now, I should have told you that last night. But anyway, a lot of stuff we talk about. Uh, I like the way you almost like put it in a sentence picture form, so I can better dissect what I'm talking about. Because when you
Right.
put God in it, it's like I'll go back and look at it like, dang, it wasn't even that serious, man. Why am I stressing about this? And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we talked about the other day, I said all the stuff people going through they ain't went through nothing Jesus had to go through.
That's
Because
right.
Jesus went through a lot. And he had to carry that heavy tail wooden cross up on the hill, man. That was a struggle. And then he get up there, he thinking, man, that's all I gotta do. No, they stretch him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he put them little truck tires, I ain't say truck tire, the railroad track, what you call them? Nail things in them, man. I'm like, God, dog. Then he had to go through that, and then he up at taking everything that he know we got to go through on Earth, and we sit up here and still do the same crap.
You know
It's
what?
like, huh?
I'm not excusing it, but it's all like human nature. It's in our nature to
Step up.
not to really sin, but it's like, oh, like envy. That's, that's not God. God doesn't envy anybody. He doesn't envy us. He doesn't, it's I don't know. I think God gave us that to, I don't know, like realize. I mean, every time I think, like you just said, every time I think about Jesus carrying that cross and hanging up there and dying for my sins, I get choked up. We sang a song in church Sunday, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I do realize it, and I know, that He's my Lord and Savior, but it, it just, it just hits home every time, and I get choked up and teary eyed. And I was like, He did that for me, not
Right.
only me, but everybody else, that confesses that He's Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior, but it's like, wow.
They don't do it. It's almost like doing a random act of kindness and telling the goodness of what God has done for you. Because God does a lot of stuff for a lot of people,
Yeah,
and they don't. They it's like they too scared to speak out what they've done. That's what He wants you to do. He wants you to speak out and tell the people the goodness of God. Because a lot of people sitting back like, God ain't gonna do this. God ain't. I done prayed to God. I don't know how many times. But you got to look at God does it on His time, not your time. You see what I'm saying?
yep,
So you got a lot of people don't look at. That's why sometimes I've been getting on the people on my Facebook page, but then I sit back and like I said, me and Colleen talked about this. Which this is not nothing that I can't tell y'all. We talked about not, and she asked, I think you asked me a question. If I'm not mistaken. No, you replied on what I was talking about. I was like, man, why people just ain't can't get the goodness of God and all this. Now I think if I'm not mistaken, you said maybe some people just don't want to. I don't know. I can't remember what was said, but it's I have a problem with that, and I'm asking God to help me with that too because everybody's not everybody. Everybody don't think the way I think the way Colleen think the way the next person thinks. I think that when you get certain things in a milestone that you've been always wanting, a house, a new promotion on the job, a brand new car. I ain't talking about no used one. I'm talking about where you went to the dealership thinking I'm gonna pay for a used car, but your credit all of a sudden says you can get a brand new car with no money down. You know what I'm saying? That's
right,
something exciting to me. Like now, yes, I want a car. Yes, I'm saving the money for it. Yes, I'm working on my credit. If I ever go to a dealership and I've been praying for it all this time, and I go off the lot on something that I really truly wanted and got them, and he gonna provide for me in ways that I can pay for it. Oh, I'm getting on Facebook, Instagram, uh, YouTube, wherever text messaging. I'm doing it all. Video call. I'm doing this. I'm telling everybody what God has done for me because that's to reassure the next person that's going through, man, I really do need a house. My house ran down, it's leaking, I got rats, I got roaches, I got this, I got that. God knows this is not what He want me to be in. And then all of a sudden, they get that house. They look at where they came from, what God has bumped them up. You know what I'm saying? Who don't want to tell that?
right,
But you got people out here that's getting promotions, getting these big checks. Where when they first started out, they was at Wendy's or McDonald's, going through school, trying to make it, and all of a sudden you get this degree and you get bumped up, a little bit more on the salary, if you know what I'm saying. They bump you up. Who don't want to tell that? Then you got somebody else that's in the same class you in that needs a car. Their car about to clunk out. But they in the same class you in. You mean tell me you can't go to that person and be like, look, I know what you're talking about. I know where you came from. I was down there at one time. I was at Wendy's. I was flipping burgers. I was going to school. I didn't know how I was gonna make it, and all of a sudden, God give me this knowledge that I can make it. He gives me that nudge. He gives me certain things that's pointing me in the right direction. You can do it too. Just keep your faith on God. Who don't want to say that? See, that's I don't get it. Like they took, for example, now I got a lot to talk about. Like they took out the prayers in school. Notice when prayer was in school, right? You didn't have all this commotion. It was going on, but it wasn't that bad. Soon as you took prayer out of school, it had been, you know, I'm gonna say it's been shooting going on in the schools. It's been people, these childs going in there, mom and dads, they're now getting the lockbox and all the little combinations and all that. They bringing guns to school, knives, all that's going on right now. Bomb threats, everything's going on right now in schools.
Yeah.
That's the devil that worked his way in. He got something to do with it, but not all of it. But I'm gonna say it like that. He didn't work his way in, children his way in some kind of way. I'm gonna get Johnny right there and go in his dad's stash where he think I don't know where his stuff is. And I'm gonna get him to get that and go to the gun shop and get an AK-47. You can get it over the line. You can get over the counter. You can get a rifle over the counter if you're of age with no you know what I'm saying? No information. That bothers me.
Yeah.
And then you got drones. They're taking the drones away now because drones been doing a lot now. They should have never put drones out for us. They should have never put it so we can get these AK-47s, these machine guns. We don't need that kind of power. It should have been left to the military.
Exactly.
We don't need that kind of power in here. A handgun, I can see. A rifle, maybe you going out in the woods and you with grandpa, you shooting up stuff for your family to eat, I can see. But if you doing it for other recreation, I can't see that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need drones. I was surprised they let us drive the Hummers, right? They fixed the Hummers so they be street legal.
Yeah.
That I can see, but the weapons, I can't. The weapons of mass destruction, I can't see that. I can't see it now. Here lately, you can make a bomb out of anything. All you need some fertilizer. I know a little bit about how to make it, but I ain't gonna get on here and say how to make it because then I'll look like the enemy or the one why I'm a hypocrite. You know, so I'm saying one thing and doing something different.
Well, you
Not
learn on
me,
the internet to learn how to make a bomb.
right? Yeah, that's another thing.
Too much
But
information out there that crazy people get a hold of and do it for the wrong reasons.
man, we got people in the police uniform, any kind of uniform, the government uniform. It don't matter. They plotting. Just like prime example. Now go back to 9/11, right? Then people got on that plane and used them as weapons. Now, what are we doing now that is different so it won't happen again? They might not target New York, but they can target Chicago. That's they can come down to Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? They can target Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the next target is.
Yep.
But what are we doing to stop it? Is the question. What do we have in place at the airport to stop? TSA can't do so much. You got them guns now that they plastic.
Yeah.
A Glock 9 millimeter can go within the scanner thing and it won't go off.
I got on a plane with a sharp um, fingernail file. I could have used that as a weapon.
Right.
They didn't take that away from it, and it went through the scanner and it was in my purse and they went through the scanner and I'm like, why didn't they take that away? And it was probably in all it was probably 4 to 5 inches, but the steel part of it, the metal part of it, I could have stabbed somebody in the neck with that.
Right. They're not doing. And now I've heard certain incidents where these rappers they get on there and they forget they got different bags. They forget they have their weapons in different bags, and then they get caught with it, and they question what's this or matter of fact, they question anybody that come through there with a large sum of money. They want to know where's this money coming from. Where was I'm like, it ain't none of your business where my money come from. Just know that when it comes on the other end, I'm gonna retrieve it, right? It ain't none of your business if I come through there with $100,000 in my pocket.
Right.
What's this money for? Man, what you mean?
My spending money.
I mean, if you do a concert and it ends up 12, 1 o'clock, and you get on a plane, if you don't have a private plane, so that's the key word now. If you don't have a private plane, then you going through regular plane. They want to know what his money, what's his money for, and where's his money coming from. I'm like, dude, I just done a show. I got the money in my pocket. I'm going through. I want that money on the other end. Or we're gonna have a problem.
Right.
But it's a lot of stuff. And like, who's to say? And I pray it don't never happen. But who's to say they ain't? Yeah, I know Trump is in office. Trump is not. Let me tell you something about Trump, okay? And I'm gonna say this right here on live. It ain't gonna be like this, like he talked. But all the stuff that's going on in the world, they say the government. Okay, the government actually can't nothing go on in the world unless the government says so. You know what I'm saying? They got to approve it. So it's not all Trump. Some people putting it on Trump. It's not all Trump. I'm gonna say that again. It's not all Trump doing stuff in the world. You got the government dangling people too, like puppets, working stuff behind the scene. Now, let me say this: somebody's plotting something, and I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's the government. I don't know if it's somebody already over here because we in. Somebody trying to call me. We in cahoots with Iran. He talking about sending troops more ammunition and weapons and stuff to do stuff over them countries and stuff. But who's plotting something on the United States that we don't know about? You know what I mean? Korea can shoot missiles over here because they tried it once before and they dumped it in the ocean because they know it'll reach over here. So you're not fooling with Korea. Now they with Iran. They're fooling with Iran over there. Uh, we still got places overseas that we are invading, and I'm like, man, if them folks want to battle their own selves over there, let them battle their own selves over there. You know what I mean? Unless we got something tied in there that's helping us over here. I don't know too many things that we don't already have over here. We owe China trillions of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if Trump is pulling out all this stuff and he getting stuff accepted or the go ahead on, and it's giving us back trillions of some dollars. How come we just can't pay Japan and this we don't owe Japan anything? Only thing he's really enforcing is the tariffs. Again, why we can't all get along? It ties into what I'm talking about. I don't get it. But somebody plotting something. And I hope it ain't too late before we find out what's going on. The government claim they got all these connections. I want to know what's going on before it come over here.
Right.
I don't know. It ain't just all politics or what I'm discussing, but it has also has to do with your family. Why we can't all get along? You got you got sons that don't like their dads. You got daughters don't like their mothers. You got mothers don't like their son. Mothers don't like their daughters. For some odd reason, they don't like them and they treat them a certain way. You got kids out here that's autistic, ADHD. They getting picked on. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on. Why we all can't get like? Why I look like my daggone thing is crooked? Am I crooked in your lines? In your.
No.
Oh, okay, well, it look like I'm crooked over. It look like I'm leaning this way, like the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, but I don't get it. I really don't.
It's the it's our family values we've got away from. Like say, I just want this is just an example. Back in the 50s, parents knew where their kids were. They knew their neighbors. If they, hey, is Johnny over there? Yeah, he's over here playing with, Pete.
Making mud pies.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
and
go ahead.
just neighbors trusting neighbors being neighbors. Like it was a community. They
Uh-huh.
say community now, but it isn't community. Look up the definition for community. It's not. It's not what people think, you know. And like I said, I was telling my daughter, I moved in here in October. I know one of my neighbors because I knew her before,
Uh-huh.
and we used to live by each other. Now we're neighbors again, but I haven't communicated with any of my other neighbors. I try to be friendly and wave, but one neighbor just right across the street from me, I'm like,
Them the worst
okay,
ones.
they're pretty good people. Just just by looking at them,
Yeah.
and but one day she was yelling at the dogs, and she said, "Get the f back or shut the f up," and I'm like, "What?" And then she has I think it's a granddaughter that comes over here. I'm like, okay, she talks to her dogs like that. How she talk to her granddaughter? Does and it was
Right.
like, and she wasn't like, I had my windows open, but if she was talking in a normal voice, I wouldn't have heard it. But she was yelling it, and I was like, "Come on."
Yeah, you gotta look at that child. Child is picking up on everything.
And then like if I have my grandkids here, and maybe we're outside playing, and they hear that, that's
And when
that's
they say it, you can't get mad at them because they didn't heard it.
right, right. They done heard it from my neighbors.
Oh, by the way, I'm sitting up here eating a snack. I got these Sunbelt Bakery chocolate chip granola, chewy granola bars.
Oh yeah, those are good.
I'm trying something different than to eat chips and chips all the time, candy. A little something. This is sweet, but it ain't that sweet. It's
Yeah.
good for a snack. Like now, I haven't ate lunch yet. I'll eat lunch when I get off of here. But this will tie me over till I get there. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on, man. I'm telling you, family. Let me tell you something. We on borrowed time, okay? I done made a video about we on borrowed time, okay? We got to learn how to be conservative on our time. You can't, you can't say something. I can't say like right now, Colleen, I don't like you, and then go back and say I want to turn back the hands of time and say Colleen ain't mean to say that. I can't. It's out there now.
Right.
We on
Yeah.
borrowed time.
I
Our
read.
time is limited. God is coming back. The rapture is gonna happen. Okay, get yourself right. If you don't know Jesus Christ, get into a church quick. Become a member. Do something in the church. Serve the church some kind of way. And stay on that straight and narrow road. Don't just go to church and then you get out of church, you're going back doing the same thing you were doing before you got in church. It's hard to do. I know. I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking of it right now. It's hard to do, but you got to find a way to accomplish whatever path or whatever project or whatever mission God has you on. He wants you to finish the mission. You got to do it.
Yep.
There's no way around. There's no way you're gonna sit back. I got some on my glasses already. Ain't no way you're gonna be able to sit back and be like, well, God will forgive me. He'll do it. He'll forgive me this time. No, he got you on a mission. And when you're on that mission, he wants you to learn from it, go through it, learn from it, and get ready for the next mission.
Right.
If his mission is to tell you go out, like they say, in the highway and the byways and bring people to the church, then that's what your mission is. If he tell you to go out here and feed the needy, like for example, I was talking about one of my videos. I said, if y'all see homeless people outside, y'all get a case of water. If you want to chill it first, or give it to them sometimes room temperature is cold because they're out in the heat. They really don't need cold water because that's how strokes and stuff start. Okay,
Yeah.
so give them a bottle of water. Get them a snack in a bottle of water. I mean, come on now. They don't worry about if you got the money because the money's gonna come.
God will
All it
provide.
takes, right, and all it takes is about two or three of y'all to come up with a plan. Well, I get the bread, I get the bologna cheese or ham and cheese, and the mayonnaise. I get the Ziploc bag. You get the Ziploc bags and the little bags you put them in. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're working on this assembly line. Pass it on down. Putting your cheese on, mayonnaise, whatever. Or better yet, you get the bag, you get the little cakes. We're gonna give them little cakes in the water. That's enough for a day. That's just to show a random act of kindness. Again, I'm telling you, every time I say a random act of kindness, people sometimes look at you stupid, but you do it every day. You hold the door for somebody, random act of kindness. If you help them put a towel on, random act of kindness. You give them money for gas. That's a random act of kindness. There's no simple way to do a random act of kindness. I keep trying to tell y'all that. Colleen do it every day. I know she do it every day. And that ain't no, I do it every day. I can go out here right now and help somebody carry some groceries in the house. That's a random act of kindness. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you one even better. If somebody say, "Come on and ride with me somewhere," that's a random act of kindness because you don't really have to go with that person.
Right.
You could be like, "No, I don't want to go." That's a prime a random act of kindness right there. Now, when I do get my car again, I'm going back to Bojangles. I'm gonna do another random act of kindness. I'm gonna pay 5 people behind me. And now I'm to the point now. I don't care how much the bill. The bill could be $20. I'm gonna pay it because at the end of the day, I can go on by my business. I'm not gonna sit up there and wait and let everybody say thank you, thank you. No, I'm gonna let them tell them I said God bless and have a blessed day. You can tell them I paid for it, and if I go around if I go around and sit on the other side and got to go in and get something, or I'm sitting there trying to eat my food and they come by, thank you God, because it didn't happen to me before. The lady, I was at McDonald's. The lady behind me, her bill was I think it was $4 or something. She got a coffee and something. I don't know. I said I'm gonna pay for the person behind me. She said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah." To tell us that God bless. So I pulled over because I wanted to eat my food because I didn't want to eat dry. I had to eat because diabetic, gotta eat. She comes by me, thank you, thank you very much. Zita rolled the window down. I said, "What?" And I rolled the window down. I said, "Okay, this is awkward." So I rolled the window down, and she was like, "Thank you so much." She said, I knew a blessing was coming, but I didn't know what it was. She said, thank you. She said, we need more people like you. I said, you know what? I do this a lot. I'll go around random restaurants. I've done it in Chick-fil-A. I've done it in McDonald's, Burger King, Bojangles. I just go to different ones. I want to go buy Krispy Kreme one day, sit in there and be like, look, the next $50, I'm paying for it. So whatever they get, I'm paying for it. It's just a random act of kindness. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Uh, or either be in a restaurant and God bless me with something. I'll be in a restaurant and be like, okay, their bill is how much? Okay, I'm paying for the next two people. And just go to their table and say, God bless y'all, or your bill's taken care of. I don't work here, but your bill's are taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Just a
Right.
random act of kindness, man. Sometimes you ain't got to tell them what's going on. Just do it and leave. Codeine knows that all too well.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like Colleen right now. She's doing a random act of kindness. She's keeping her grandkids. Random act of kindness. Because she can easily say, no, I don't have time. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to get my rest. I got to get up. I got to do. It's like Nan, she didn't have to come up. She didn't have to come up on here. They just showing a random act of kindness because she could have easily came in and said like I did in well, I was in butter roll a minute, and I left that scripture. But I was like, let me get off here, get together, do what I'm gonna do, get ready for my live because I was gonna go live today. I was gonna go live regardless of what's going on. So why we can't get along? Why we can't do a random act of kindness? Why we can't get the goodness of God? I got a lot of whys, and I don't have the answers to it. And then when Colleen come up, Colleen got plenty of answers. I already know. She gonna school me one way or the other. Whether it be tonight, I'm like, well, Brian, I think you should have said so. I'm gonna take what she say because it's not an age difference. She got knowledge that I'm seeking. Basically, I meant to tell you that, Colleen. I'm sorry, I do it on live though. Okay, we good, we good.
We
Um,
good. We good.
yeah, is knowledge that I'm seeking. Sometimes she speak, I listen because I can take one situation and she can take the same situation, but she's again incorporating. God and how you think Jesus felt when he did this and that. And it makes me think because I'm not Bible oriented, if you know what I'm saying. I'm confessing. I don't read the Bible. I'm not lying. I don't read it. But now, certain things that people scriptures and stuff, I remember because it's been taught to me so many times in church. Now, on Sundays, and the man say the scripture, I'm on my phone on the scripture. I'm following along with him because I'm like, that's what it's the same thing as I was in church. I'm gonna be on my phone, but I'm gonna be on there. They see me scrolling up, to, the because a lot of people don't carry Bibles now. The Bible's on your phone.
Yep.
But when I got my mom's Bible and I got my dad's Bible. My dad's Bible was that big King James version. He didn't highlighted all kinds of stuff, made notes in it. So I'm gonna get that out and start reading it because he told me once before. He said, my Bible, he said, anything happens to me, he said, you got my Bible. He said, I got everything highlighted. So it's easy for me to learn certain things in that Bible because it's big words, number one. Words could be this big, but he got the big words and it better explains, like it'll say something in red on the side of the page and it'll tell you another scripture to go to better help you understand the scripture. So I'm like, that's cool. But I got it in the closet. I need to pull it out.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on it because again, Bible even on the phone you can do the same thing. Depends on what version you got. I got NIV right now. I go between King James and NIV, but they got another one that explains it. I forgot which version it is, and it breaks it down all the way down so that you can understand the Bible more. Now, Colleen, let me ask you this. I don't know if you heard this or not, but it was told to me that it's more pages supposed to be in the Bible. It's missing pages.
I've heard that too.
But
But
it's true though.
yeah, but it's like, I don't know, like certain, I don't want to say religions, but certain beliefs, like they add to it, and that's not supposed to, you're not supposed to add to the Bible. You're not supposed to take away.
Oh, they saturated it, huh?
Yeah.
No, I
And
don't want to learn them then.
right. And my pastor said, he was breaking down one time. I think I took a class, but he was
Mm,
breaking it down. He goes, now that version you got to be kind of careful with it because they kind of twist it. They twist
mm.
and it's like, no, you can't do that. You're not supposed to do
So
that
it's
to it.
man made.
Right, right. It's what they believe, what man believes, not what God wrote. And
I'd love to get your pastor on here one day. I ain't gonna lie.
he's awesome.
I ask him all kinds of questions because I got a lot of questions about certain things. Some of it has to do with death too. So
Yeah,
I ain't gonna deep dive in that right now. Not on him. I had to have a professional like your your pastor or somebody I know, that don't mind coming up during the day, displaying explaining certain things. They ain't gotta stay on here long.
right.
Get some insight on. I mean, I don't know your pastor, but your pastor, I've been talking, asking different things. Yo, can you go ask your pastor this? And I got pastors here I can ask, but I don't know. Oh man, I dropped it. Can't eat it though. Put that over here. Um, certain things are going on. I would ask my sister, but she's busy.
I got it's called, got it right here, New Spirit Filled Life Bible. And my
Hmm.
pastor recommended it to me. And it has the verses in it. And then down at the bottom of the page, it, like, not every verse, but it breaks down certain, like the main verses of the chapter, and it tells what it means. And then also it has, let me get into this, it has kingdom dynamics, and it tells you, like, for example, I'm in Ecclesiastes 4, and it breaks down each verse, like 9 to 12, and then it tells you the strengths of Christ's unity, and it says, call to unity. Unity is a triple braided cord, one friend plus another plus Christ made the cord not easily broken. So, and it just has a little, it's highlighted in a little gray box, and then word wealth, it breaks down what the word, like this one is in 3:4, it says laugh, and it breaks it down and tells you what it means and what it means in the scripture.
Hmm.
And that's really nice because, and then also in the middle of my the page, it has like 3:11, it says verse 1, and then it says the same thing in Job 11:7, and
Hmm.
then the same thing in Ecclesiastes 8:17. So you can go, and I know that's what our pastor does when he's preparing a sermon. He's, let's say he's preaching on John 3:16. Well, what else does the Bible say about that? And
Right.
he'll say, okay, then that's also referenced in Genesis. What, I'm just throwing out an example.
Yeah,
I'm
I know
not.
what you're saying.
So yeah, this Bible's really helped me out, and I've highlighted and underlined things and circled things and wrote things in the margins and everything. So
Right, I got you. That sounds like a good book though.
it's helped me out a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, it sounds like a good old bookie. My dad say little boogie. Yeah, I'm down with. I'm trying to put this thing up in my thing so the
It is the
why we
ultimate
can't
good
all get
book.
along. Ain't that what I said my title was? Why we can't all get along?
Yep. Why
Good.
we can't all get along. Yep.
Cool. Well, we're gonna bust it down like last year then. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm reloaded.
And that's like some people say, well, I believe this, but that's in the Old Testament. And that, I'm like, no, we got to believe the whole Bible. It was written.
Right.
We can't discard. I know a lot of preachers don't preach out of the Old Testament, but
That
it's
should.
yeah, it's
That's where it started.
exactly.
Like Adam and Eve started in the Old Testament.
Yep. Me and Courtney went through a Bible study. It kind of broke down, like Genesis, the book of Genesis.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I really enjoyed that study.
In the beginning.
Yeah, and I don't think we went through the whole book of Genesis. I can't remember, but I really enjoyed it. The ark, we went through that, and maybe we did go through the whole book of Genesis, but I really, because like each week we either took one or two chapters. It was usually two chapters, and we had a workbook. We had to buy our workbook, and we did, throughout the week. And I took it to work when I had some downtime at work, and I read the verses, and I did the I did the workbook, and it was
You give me an idea. Well, go ahead. We had talked about that tonight. I just thought about something.
I really liked that.
Let me
I'm
write that
glad,
down before I forget. I'm very forgetful.
and I'm glad
Uh,
me and Courtney went through it. I There's one lady goes, "Well, I didn't enjoy it," and I'm like, "What? What's not to
see,
enjoy?"
that's somebody hating right there. See what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Why we can't get along?
yeah, in church. And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
what's not to like? It's, I don't know. I just get so much when I study the word, and I need to do it more often.
Mm.
But I was like, wow, that was really neat.
Oh yeah, I know what it is. I know what I'm talking to you about tonight.
All right.
About might be a new game coming.
Whoop whoop.
New game coming. Might be a new game coming, and you can owe it all to Colleen C. to serendipity. See, you expired this game that I'm thinking about. I'm gonna talk about, and I guarantee it's gonna be fun too. These people gotta have their thinking caps on. And I can put in here, you Gamer Bro. I'm trying to see what's up with Dimitri. I ain't heard nothing from him lately. They'll check up on him. Try to get Melanie on here. Cause she can get on here. She just got to go through. I think it's Chrome, and she can get on here. It's a certain way. I forgot how to do it, but she can get on here through her tablet. I don't
Yeah.
have to go to stream. I mean, what's the other one? What's the other streaming service?
Restream.
Yeah, Restream. I don't like Restream.
I don't either. That's
When she
what.
can get on here this way, I gotta Google it because it shows her how to get on here. She got to cut off YouTube and get straight on StreamYard, so she can get on here. I'm
Right.
trying to get. I'm gonna get all. I'm gonna do a post calling all people, all Christians, all people, everybody. You can be Christians. You can be a non-Christian. You still know the Bible. It's gonna be. I'm gonna do the tag and do the post, but I gotta talk to my friend over here about it first because I think it's gonna be dope. Gonna be better than Scatter Glory. Oh, did I say Scatter Glories?
What?
Scatter Glories is coming back too. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you which version it is though. This one is the Bible version. Oh yes, oh yes. I've dropped the bomb. I dropped the bomb, ladies and gentlemen. The Bible version of Scatter Glories is coming soon. Plus all the other Scatter Glories. Yeah, we had so much fun doing that. I
Yeah.
got to
What?
bring it back before the end of the year, and then next year I gotta think of new games coming because I'm a game person. Why not?
Right.
Keep the live brewing. And I'm gonna have. I think I'm saying this right now. I'm gonna do put it out there on my community post. I think I'm gonna have a almost like a buzzer beater type game, but it's gonna be questions and answers.
Nice.
Like hit the bell. Uh,
That's like one time I was in a gal's live and she was, I think it was like her anniversary or it might have been she reached so many subscribers, but she said,
mhm.
come back and we're going to play. I think she said like Bible trivia or something.
Yeah.
So she'd put the question in the chat and she put down the verses where it was found in the Bible. So
Mhm.
I think I was looking them up on my phone. I don't remember. I think maybe I was on my laptop and I was looking them up on my phone or whatever. And I won and I'm like, well, all you have to do, and people are going, oh yeah, that's not fair. And I go, all you have to do is look up the Bible verses,
Right.
and that's what she was putting them there for. So it was like not a cheat, but it was a leg up where they could look up the Bible verses, and it was like that's all you had to do. And she said that too. She goes,
Well,
congratulations, Colleen.
let me say this too. And I get five when I reach 5,000 subscribers, I'm doing a Cash App giveaway.
Whoop whoop.
It's already planned, but I gotta reach 5,000 first. I think I'm like 500 away from 5,000. So yeah, So, and I'm gonna tell you this too. You got to go out and tell people your channel because I've told at least 8 people my channel, and they subscribe right then and there. So it's all on them pop. Now let me say this before I get off here. Let me say this because I'm only gonna stay on here an hour this time. Now the next one might be 2 hours, but anyway, I'm just gonna go with the flow. I got a guy that I'm gonna help get YouTube stirred up right now. If you want to know my prices to help you, I'm gonna do a video on it because I'm not trying to hit your pockets hard. It's just you got to make money on YouTube somehow, some way. Like Colleen does the junk journal, which I can't wait till she started that back up. I can't wait. I can't wait. Can't wait. It's coming when she get time. It's coming. She'll find. I don't care if it's a 30-minute session. She gonna find some type of way to get that out there because that's her. That's her. I ain't gonna say money maker, but that's her. That's a baby. You understand? She cradles it like a baby, and she shows you how to do the stuff, which makes me want to do like when you do yours. It's like we all up, like we up here now, and we showing Colleen like, see what I done? I done this mine this way. You know what I'm saying? We do a like a class.
Yeah.
That would be dope. I'll get me a book. I don't care if it's a notebook. I'm giving me something in place on that sucker. I'm like, look, I provided a notebook. Everything may be this thick. When I'm done, it's gonna be like this.
Right.
Well, let me flip through. Yeah. Shoot, man.
Well,
How much?
butter roll really inspired me. She had really
Oh
nice
man.
things to say about me today. So I was like,
Oh, I was in
wow.
there. I didn't go. I didn't. When I said I had to leave, I kept it running because I was doing I stayed until she went off. Uh, she did give you your flowers while you was here.
Yep.
I'm gonna get with her one day too on some things too. I'm just gonna do a lot of collabing because at the end of the day, her audience, she can still be on her audience, and I can bring her up here.
Yep.
She can be showing us and showing her audience the same thing, which is dope. That's like I said with you and you showing your audience,
Right.
you can still come up here. It's like you're connected some type of way. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. And I want to do like the lady got on here talking about watermelon. She lives downstairs. Um, somewhere it's getting close to the holidays. Thanksgiving and Christmas is my major. It's the major time to think about people because times is hard.
Yep.
I'm not saying I got everything, but when you save a little bit here, there, $10 here, there. By the time Thanksgiving come around, I'll be able to help somebody or support somebody or uh, tell them to take down this number. You're gonna order it online, go through Walmart or whoever, Food Line, or whatever they got in their town, right? That they can go ahead on and get that together. You know, they can have Thanksgiving or Christmas wise. I want to pay for a kid's Christmas. The adults, I ain't worried, but the adults can have what they want. It could be a kid don't have a TV, for example, right?
Right.
TV's gonna be on sale. Thanksgiving and Christmas, they're gonna be on sale. Like a little, they don't need no 50-inch TV. They need a TV so they can play their game on. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
A little, what's that? 32 inch. That's
Yeah.
a hundred. They're gonna be $50 to $100 all day. Buy them a TV. I don't know about them games because them games is high as crap.
Yeah.
But
That's
this,
crazy.
yeah, but like I said, we went all the way around the merry-go bush. But in the beginning of the video, I want y'all to look at the beginning in the beginning of the video. And Colleen, thanks for coming up here because you didn't have to do it. I appreciate you.
No problem.
To my heart,
Yep.
love you to death. Love you to death. Um, I'm getting ready to get off here. Again, thank you, Colleen. Thank you out there in the audience, everybody that came into the chat down there. Without y'all, there is no me. And don't be afraid to do a random act of kindness. Don't be afraid to stop someone and tell them what's going on. Matter of fact, let me say this before I get off. I was in Starbucks the other day, and this lady stopped me. She said, "I know you get tired of people telling you tall. How tall are you?" Asked me. I said, "No, I don't. 'Cause I'm 6'5". And she got up and stood. She said, "Okay." She said, and I said, I'm 6'5", I'm a diabetic type 1. I just went on and on. She said, my son is, now she had to tell me this. She said, my son is a diabetic, but he hard headed. I said, okay. Ask him, do he want to lose some limbs? I asked him, do he want to be, and I said this as far as me. I said, I lost 2 toes on my right foot. And that's going to be another video I'm going to come in on, but I'm just telling you. I got 2 toes amputated on the right foot. I'm legally blind in this eye. I asked him, do he want to lose his vision or lose limbs or hopefully, and God's willing, them the only 2 I got. I'm going right. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
preventing other stuff from going on. I got on the left foot, I got maybe the the tip of the over top of underneath from here up is gone on the second toe. But I'm just saying, ask him, do he want to lose limbs? That's anybody. If you know they're not doing right, not taking care of their body, not taking the medicine, ask them, do they want to live or do they want to die? I got a friend right now that lost her son a little while back. I talked to him. His dad took him to the funeral home and asked him, do you want to end up here? He was like, no. He said, well, you got to take your medicine, son. You got to do what you got to do. You stay. He never took it. His mom come home and found him deceased.
Oh man.
You see what I'm saying? I'm around people every day. I always tell them I'm type 1 diabetes. I can't eat that. Even though I eat what I want to eat. But when I'm out in public, I can't eat that. I'm behind closed door, I eat what I want to eat. When I'm out in public, I can't eat that. I can't eat that cake. I can't eat that. I can't eat them pies. I don't want no mashed potatoes. I don't want no macaroni and cheese. Just give me a small bit, one little spoonful. That's it. Give me all the vegetables you got. Yeah, I can eat pork chop as long as it's baked. When I'm in here, I go on the air fryer. I don't cut my stove. Only time I cut my stove on is if I want to fix me a pizza, which I may fix after a while. A pizza, uh, boil me some eggs, fry some eggs, or uh, bologna or whatever. I got a taste for some potato, like you know how you cut your potatoes up, fried potatoes.
Oh yeah.
I got a taste for some of them. But that's the only time I cut my stove on. I use the microwave, use the microwave, and I use the air. The air fryer is up here because I use it the most. The microwave is about right here. Microwave, I only put in there as like stuff microwave. But when I'm out in public, oh no, I can't eat that. I can't eat that corn. Corn ain't good for you. Corn is sugar. I be talking junk. I'm telling y'all what I be doing. You know, sometimes I sit there and eat that crap right in front just to see what you're gonna say. Because I'll tell you I'm a diabetic. When you sit there and let me eat it, then it shows me you don't care. If I sit there and you know I ain't supposed to have it, you be like, Brian, you ain't supposed to eat that. You may want to get a substitute. That's how I know you care, which is a whole new video. See the stuff I'm giving you nits and ditties. I'm either gonna sit here in front of here and do it on live, or I'm gonna sit there and do it on a video. Now, the podcast, I don't know about. I don't think I'm gonna call it a podcast. I think I'm gonna call it a interview type setting because I got people that I want to interview. I got people that want to come on here. They want to talk their piece on certain things like the LG, what is it, LGQ, LG, you know what I'm saying.
LGBTQ.
That's it right there. I got one that want to come on here and speak her piece, say what she want to say. I got questions. We're gonna go back and forth with different things. I'm gonna call it an interview. I'm not gonna call it a podcast. A podcast is a whole different mindset. I have to do basically a whole new channel on that and call it a podcast. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Yeah.
gonna call it an interview, and I'm gonna do it on this channel. I'm not gonna start a new channel until I get monetized. Got to get back in good grace because they said I'm not supposed to start an extra channel because what I got accused of reusing videos. I messed that up. Devil didn't make me mess it up. I messed that up myself. Okay, I'm just telling y'all I messed it up. So I want to do one on interviews and just interview different people because I got one coming from the McLaren dealership. That's the biggest one. That lady told me, she said, we're going inside. I'm going to take you in this place in the showroom that nobody goes unless they somebody. So it's
Ooh
cars back
wee.
there, huh?
Ooh wee.
There's cars back there that ain't don't nobody go back there unless you somebody. Executive, lawyer. I mean, you got to have that dope. You can be a rapper or you can be a singer or whatever, but you can't go back there unless you well established and your credit, you got the money well established. They're not gonna sell you no car like they do off these other lots. Like, okay, you write the contract. Okay, if you don't pay the bill, we come to get it. They don't. Mm-mm. That's coming in the fall because I think I told my neighbor I want to wait till it get cool now because it's too hot to be going out there on that parking lot. Too hot.
Hey,
Maybe I can get a
I'm
sponsorship. Who knows? I'm working on a lot of stuff.
gonna go,
Okay, yeah, go ahead and go. Come getting off here. I gotta
but
eat.
I want to leave you with this.
Okay.
Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. Ephesians 4:6.
Thank you. That's
You're,
confirmation for me. I appreciate it.
you're welcome.
Because I know you didn't know you was gonna say that, but thank you. That's confirmation for something you said, and it was confirmation for me. I ain't gonna say what it is because between me and God, but I appreciate that.
All right, later.
Later. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming on my channel today. Hope you get something out of it. If you don't, that's okay. If you do, that's okay. If you don't want to, that's okay too. But I just want to let y'all know that I love each and every one of y'all. Well, again, I want to thank Colleen for coming up, giving her expertise and different things that I was talking about. And she brought some good pointers to you all. And I hope y'all take it and strive and do what you know you're supposed to do with it. And I just want to leave y'all with, I'm not going to go into like I normally do it. This is one of a kind vlogs. Thanks for coming to my channel. I do thank you for coming to my channel, but I want you to do one thing for me. And that is, remember, you too blessed to be stressed. Love and happiness at all times. Hug somebody, tell them you love them, and always do a random act of kindness because you don't know where your blessings is coming from. Always thank God first. Put him in first because he's the only one that's running the show in the world. Not Donald Trump, not the government, not ISIS, not Homeland Security. It's Jesus Christ. That's the only one that carried his cross on the hill. They stretched him wide, put them things in his arms and his feet, and he hung on that cross for all our sins. We down here on earth acting like a bunch of hyenas, running wild, doing crime, doing unnecessary stuff. I'm in the club today, go to church tomorrow, and then go right back to the club at the end of the week. Come on, man. We got to change up. Put the prayers back in the school. But I want to become vlogs. We'll see you all on the next live.